Today we're going to create Google form. So you're going to select New, select More, and then you're going to select Google Form. It will automatically open up to your first Google form. By default called an untitled form. If you select that, you will be able to rename your form, and we're going to call this example test. Click OK once you've done that, and if you'll notice, it changed to an example test. You can add a description. You can add an optional description of the test. Again, it's not necessary. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at 3 different question types for today. The first question type we're going to select is a text. So if you look where we see question type, there's an arrow to the side of it, and we can choose a text, a paragraph text, multiple choice, checkboxes, choose from a list, scale, grid, date, and time. The scale, the grid, the date, and the time questions are what we consider a little bit more advanced, and we'll come to those in a future lesson. For the time being, we're going to start off with our first question. This is my first question for your test, and we're going to have a text-based question. And the students will be able to put their answers in this box that you see here where my cursor is. This is their answer. The only thing that I like to add is I make this a required question because I would like the students to answer my question. If you look below the Done button, you're going to see an Add Item button. We're going to select the Add Item, and this time we're going to enter a multiple choice question. So this one is going to be question number 2. We'll just call this one question number 2, or number 2 goes here. And as a multiple choice question, we're going to have option 1, option 2, option 3, yes, and whatever you type in here. And let's just say no now is an incorrect question. If you see to the right here, we have a little X. We just click on that X, and that deletes that option. And I can go back, and now I only have 2 options. I can add a third option by just submitting Other. Now that's question 2, all done. Let's look at question 3, and we're going to select a choose from list type question. Now this is my question 3. 3 is here. The help text is a really neat feature, so I can place a reminder to assist my student in answering their question. This is helpful, especially when you need to differentiate your instruction. If you notice, there's a choose from a list. I now have this neat option that will allow me to go to a page based on a specific answer. So let's say, for instance, option 1 is the correct answer. I can have my students select Submit Form. So we'll automatically submit the form no matter how many other questions I have that follow it. We'll go into that more in another lesson. Right now, I'm going to have option 2, and I'm going to have option 3. Let's go. We're going to have 4 options on this question. This one's going to be a required question as well. Now I have 1, 2, 3 questions. We're just going to keep it simple, and we'll stop here. I would like to see my progress so far. So I'm going to look at the View Live form. This is a version of the test that the students would see. This is where the student would enter an answer, a text-based answer. In the second question, this is where they use the radio buttons for matching. And then the last one here we have is where they look for choosing from a list. If you notice, the screen went red because this is a required question, and I can't really move forward until I have all of those questions that are required answered. Now I'm in this version, I'm in the actual test. I need to move back to edit this form because I've seen some mistakes and I need to correct them. I click on edit this form, and now I can edit my form. In our next session, we'll talk about how to submit the form, how to send the form, how to share the form, and we'll even look at how to add it into your classroom. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you during my next session.